In this video, we're going to be looking at how to use service requests and task lists to schedule certain jobs like filter cleans for customers. Now, before I start, I just want to make it clear that we're going to be using our test database, and all the customers and the phone numbers, email addresses, everything that you see is all fake data. We just put together random pieces of information so we could do this demo. Nobody's personal information is being exposed. Okay, whenever a customer needs service, they can do one or two things. They can either pick up the phone and call you, or they can submit what we call a service request from their customer portal. And I have a customer portal here. In order to generate a service request, the customer simply clicks communicate and rolls over request service. And it's a very simple screen. They simply select their pool and then the type of service that they need. Let's say they want a filter cleaning. And then they simply type a description of what they need. For example, I need the filter clean so the water is clear for my pool party on Saturday. And then they click submit. When they click submit, it will send that request over to your unscheduled service request list. So to see it, you roll over Task Manager and you click Unscheduled Service Request. And here is the new service request that the customer submitted. Now all you have to do is click on it and scroll down to the description area, and you will see what the customer is requesting. So here we need to set up a filter cleaning for this customer. Now, because a filter cleaning is all labor, we don't have to go out and order any parts, for example. We can use something we call a task list. A task list is just a list of the tasks that the tech needs to do, and it also includes a price that will get attached to the customer's account once the job is finished. So let's look at our task list. So to do that, we roll over Tools, and we go down to Manage Task List. And here I have a list of tasks. Now, let's look at the filter cleans. I have 4 filter clean task lists, but they're all different. I have one for cartridges, one for DE, one for cleaning sand filters, and the other is a combination of a cartridge filter clean and a power wash. You'll notice, for example, the cartridge, I charge $95 to clean the cartridge, but for cleaning DE, it's $155 per hour, and for the sand, it's $170 per hour, and for the combination, it's $130 total. Okay, so let's click on one and see what it looks like. So this is what my task list looks like. It's got a name, filter clean cartridge, so I can identify it easily. And then, is the labor taxable or not? For you, it might be. For me, it's not. And then, what kind of income do I want to categorize this as? For me, it's cleaning labor income. The charge is $95, and it's a total charge. This is where you specify whether it's a per hour charge or a total charge. And then, underneath that is just the steps that I want my tech to do and the order that I want him to do them in. These will appear as checkoff tasks inside of the mobile app. So as he does a step, he simply checks it off. And then when he gets to the end, he just simply clicks the finish button and it closes out the job. So now that you've seen my task list, let's go back to the service request that the customer sent in, and let's see how we use it. We click on the service request to bring it up, and then we're going to scroll to the bottom. At the bottom, you will see where it says Assign a Task List. You simply select the task list that is appropriate, and then click Submit. And now my task list has been assigned to the service request, and now all I have to do is schedule the job. So I click the Schedule button, and it brings up the schedule. I can assign it to any one of my guys. I'm going to assign it to Joe, and I want him to start this on Wednesday, and then let's say Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. and then he's going to go to, let's say, 9:30. Now, this time frame doesn't stop the tech from being able to work at any other time period. All I'm doing here is reserving this time slot, 8:30 to 9:30. And what that does is it prevents me from being able to schedule the same guy for two different jobs in the same time period. So the system will not allow me. The system now will reserve this time slot, and I cannot add any other job in that time period. Okay, the next thing is, do I want to notify the customer when this is going to be done? Well, it's in a couple of days, and it's just a filter clean, so I don't need to schedule a reminder. If I needed to schedule a reminder, I would select one of my choices here and then put a message here, and then that will be it. The system would then send out the message to the customer at the prescribed time. The other option is this quick bill option. What it does is, if I want the system to bill the customer as soon as the tech finishes the job, then I can do that. In this case, I don't need to do that. There's no rush. The customer wants it added to their monthly bill, so I don't need to bill it separately. So I'm going to leave that no and just hit the submit button. And now the job is scheduled. So let's go back and look at the unscheduled list, and you'll see that that job is no longer here. That's because it's now scheduled. So I click on the schedule button, and now I get to see all the jobs that are scheduled. Now you'll notice it's color coded. The green entries means that the job is scheduled for a future date. This one is for March 22nd. The one that's in this yellow color means the job is scheduled for today. And the ones that are in red means they were scheduled, but the tech never got around to doing them. So they're past due. When a job is past due, what you need to do is to unschedule it. And if you notice, there's an unschedule button right here. You simply click on it, and the job goes away. So now we can go back to our unscheduled list and look for that job, 1149, and then schedule it. Over to the right, you'll notice there's a schedule button. We can click on schedule, and then we can schedule this job for a different day. Let's say Wednesday of next week. We can do this one at 8 o'clock, and let's say we go till 9. Okay, and if we want to schedule an appointment, a reminder, we can do it one day before the job, and then we click submit, and now I get my success message. I can go back to my schedule list, and you'll see that that job has been scheduled, 1149, scheduled for March 28th. Okay, and that's how you use a task list with a service request to handle one-off filter cleaning type jobs.